and choosing, actually, you know what, in the midst of a pandemic is when I'm going to grab my stuff and move to another country. It wasn't an easy decision to make, and I have to be honest about that. Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mariama Forbes and you're tapped in as I reconnect with my country, Sierra Leone. So this is my first segment of Living in Africa diary. This is a chance where I get a little bit more personal and I go through my experience and I break down all the things I've been doing while here in Sierra Leone. I've been doing quite a few vlogs and I know that doesn't really give you guys a chance to really get to know me, get to know about my experience and how I'm finding it here. So this is what the diaries are going to be all about. So yeah, let's get started. So being that this is my first diary entry, one of the questions that most of my close friends, family is, you know, how did I get the courage to make a move to another country while, you know, the pandemic was going on. So I think I'm going to go into all of that a bit more, how I got into making my decision. So go ahead and grab yourself a cup of tea, grab yourself some snacks, some popcorn, whatever it is you wanna grab, and just sit down with me and let's just get into this. Let's get into this. So first of all, let's just start off with the fact that in 2019 I visited Sierra Leone, and while I was there I had so much fun. Like, it was such an amazing experience, and I made a decision by the ending of the trip. I was like, 2020 I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna visit Sierra Leone during off season, so when it's not Christmas, when it's not Easter, and have a full experience. I was like, 2020 I'm going to Sierra Leone, and I made that decision and I was so excited to ring in the new year. And as we all know, COVID came. So I was stuck in lockdown in the UK because we kept going in and out of lockdown, and they closed the borders, so we were not able to travel anymore. We were all basically just stuck at home, and while being at home I just kept thinking to myself, like, I really want to be in Sierra Leone. And you know, I started struggling a little bit with my personal mental health, you know, being very anxious, you know, feeling a sense of anxiety, slight feelings of depression, because every single day was the same routine. It was waking up, going into remote work, and every day just felt like the same, because my place of work was also my home, was also my place of entertainment. I just kept saying, oh, can they just hurry up and open these borders so I can go to Sierra Leone? And obviously in that time I was also thinking, okay, that's a bit risky, you know, choosing to or wanting or desiring to leave here while we're going through a pandemic. But we got to about November time, and I believe Sierra Leone, they put certain protocols in place that allowed you to travel. And I remember just thinking to myself, you know what, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I'm walking by faith and I'm gonna travel to Sierra Leone in 2021, like, because I believe by then COVID will be over, just like how we all did. It was all a lie, guys. It was all a lie. Like, COVID's gonna be over, I can go ahead and travel to Sierra Leone. And in November I just remember just saying, okay, I'm gonna start saving up and I'm gonna purchase my ticket. As soon as January comes, I'm gonna get my ticket. I remember the new year came, COVID hadn't disappeared, but the government had put some things in place which kind of made everybody feel like, okay, maybe we're gonna move forward, we're gonna move into normality soon. So for me, that gave me a confirmation. It was like a thumbs up, like, okay, things are God is making a way, things are possible, you're gonna be able to go home. So December came, and I just went ahead and I just booked my ticket. And there were so many things in place in order for you to actually travel, which I'm really happy for, because all these things that I put in place is for your own safety, to make sure that when you do come into the country you don't end up infecting everybody. So I had booked my ticket for March because that was around the time where the government, UK government, had basically said they're going to start easing the country into reopening. So I remember February came, and the government hadn't changed their minds. So again, I'm like, yes, I'm definitely gonna go to Sierra Leone. March came, and I was so excited. I was like, okay, March is here, the government hasn't changed anything, I'm definitely gonna go to Sierra Leone, I'm definitely gonna go. And I just remember all of a sudden just feeling a sense of panic, just feeling like, what the hell am I doing? Like, what a crazy decision. Why am I choosing to travel during a pandemic? But I was just like, you know what, okay, it's either I go for this 100% or I step back. And I remember just having a conversation with close friends and just saying, you know, I'm so scared, guys, like, what am I doing? Like, you know, there's so much going on in the world right now. This is a crazy decision. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. You know, the great people I have around me, you know, just made me become a bit more confident about my decision and not to walk in fear and just go for it. So it was getting closer now to me going, and I had to take a COVID test. Now this one I was so afraid of, because for me, I was like, if I fail my COVID test, it means I'm not supposed to go in Sierra Leone. If I pass it, it means I'm supposed to go in Sierra Leone. And I remember 3 days before taking my test, just praying, just being like, oh my God, please let my test come back negative. I don't want to have COVID, because, you know, if it's positive, you can't travel. And so I went ahead, did the test, and the test results come in 24 hours. And my sister got her results and hers was negative. Mine took a while to get to me. I think the next day I got my results, and it was like around afternoon time. So during the night I was just thinking to myself, if mine is taking this long, then I definitely have COVID. And I remember just already like opening up my suitcase and unpacking it, you know, and just feeling a sense of like, okay, this is what it's meant to be, getting myself all worked up. And my sister's just looking at me like, you're fine, you don't have COVID, just, you know, stop being dramatic and just stop unpacking your things. And me, I was just like, in my head, I already believed that I wasn't gonna go. And then finally the next day I got my results, and it said my COVID test came back as negative, and I was like, yes, I don't have it. So again, back to that confirmation, I was like, okay, this is confirmation, I don't have COVID, so let's get going. And then yeah, I didn't have COVID, so I went ahead. 3 days later, we made our way to the airport, and the airport experience was so good. Shout out to all of the staff at Heathrow. Was it Heathrow or Gatwick we went to? I can't remember, but shout out to them. They did an amazing job. Like safety definitely was first. It was a really smooth experience, and you felt very safe because there was so much protocols in place. And when I came to Sierra Leone, I remember one of my aunties saying to me, they're gonna take your blood, when you get there. And I assumed they're gonna get this big massive needle and basically stab me and just draw out my blood. So I was so nervous because I don't like needles. I literally have a fear of needles. And I just remember just like every single time when I was in the airport, just turning around to my sister and saying, I don't want them to stab me with the needle, I don't want them to take my blood. I was so scared. And we got there at night time, and got off the plane. And I'll try to insert some clips so you guys can see how that experience went. And we got there, and honestly, it was again the best experience ever. The staff were so cautious, the staff were so well trained, they were so attentive, and they followed every type of protocol. So again, shout out to all the staff at Lunga Airport. And they went ahead and then did a COVID test on us. And this is the bit, guys, where I was so scared. I was literally thinking to myself, they are coming to stab me with the biggest needle, and I'm just gonna bleed everywhere. And I remember, you know, they give you a number, and my number got called out, and I was literally like shaking. I was like, they're gonna take all my blood away. Oh my god. And we got in, and I sat down, and the guy just turned around to me and said, you know, confirm to me what my name is, blah blah blah, just to make sure it's me again. Asked a few questions, and then he said to me, don't worry, you're gonna be okay. And he showed me the needle, because this is and the needle, guys, was literally like this small. In the back of my head, I was just thinking, my auntie was exaggerating because what she told us and what we experienced was completely different. So no, they're not gonna draw out your blood with a big massive needle. So yeah, we made our way now, and we went to taxi coach, then we got into Freetown. Hey, we're here now. And I remember when we were in Sea Coast, because the coach is a little bit, you know, it's on water that you're going in order to get into the city. I remember just sitting there while the boat was rocking, and I was just thinking to myself, oh my god, like I'm actually here. Like I'm actually in Sierra Leone. I'm here right now. And I just felt a sense of emotion, just even makes me feel emotional when I think about it right now. I'm just feeling a sense of emotion, like, oh my gosh, I'm here. Like I just sat there and I was just so happy. Like there was no fear in that moment, there was no doubt, there was no anxiety. It was just, I'm just happy I've made it. Yeah, that was my experience traveling to Sierra Leone. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button, like this video, and please leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.